up, guys? James Pops here. I'm checking out this Washingtonia robusta. So, is this a super cold hardy Washingtonia robusta? I'm trying to tug on this center spear and it's not coming out. And it's still got some green on it, and it's still got some green here. This one here I planted in March, and it was in full shade. I didn't water it, it didn't get fertilizer, it did nothing. It put out maybe 2 or 3 leaves the whole summer long, the whole growing season. It really did nothing. It just kind of sat here dormant because of the full shade. So it's in full day shade with these plants as the daylilies, and as this plant fills out and grows over top of it. But anyways, so yeah, I've mentioned this before. I planted a couple that were in a pot over there in full sun. They were sitting right on the patio over here, and they did amazing. And these ones went in sooner, and they did horrible. They didn't do anything. But one thing that's really cool is this had a lot of frost. There was very cold spring. There was plenty of cold and snow, and there was I don't know. I want to say it was getting down to -4, -5, maybe. Who knows? Now this fall, thus far, we've had some days. I think one day was close to -8. Had lots of -6. Terrible amounts of cold. Not amounts, but you know what I mean. There's been lots of cold nights for a tiny seedling. Like this is, put my finger beside it. That's the seedling. Like it's a tiny seedling. So for a big palm, obviously it's a cakewalk. Like even one of these, I would assume it would definitely still be holding its center spear. But this one right here, there, that already pulled out. The center spear pulled out on this a while ago, and this thing right here is all rotten. It's gone. This is a goner. So this was the same one over here. So the same both Mexican fan palm, but this one here died a while ago. This started dying in the fall. Some of those the one really cold night we had, and then another really cold night. Yeah, and it got freezing, and it definitely killed them. And I assumed it would have killed them all, but for some reason that one over there didn't die. So, and that's really taken a lot of cold right on the chin for a seedling. It's taken at least -7 Celsius, and I mean a good dose of it. And I haven't protected it or anything. I was planning on just letting them die. Just underneath this pot is a couple of little tracky seedlings. Those don't mind. I took that on the chin. I just put that over it. I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I might just see how they're working like that. I put a couple little pots, so see if that prevents a little bit of, so they don't completely die. But those would be a lot better off because they can take a lot of cold. But this right here shouldn't be able to take the cold that it has, and this spear feels solid. It feels like this is taking it. So, being that this is done so good, and obviously I'm growing palms in a cold climate, I'm going to dig this up, and we're going to see if it survived. Because if it died, there's a chance that maybe it's dead, and it's just holding on to this spear. Maybe it's frozen. I don't know. It's warm today. It's not warm, but it's warm enough that would pull out. But I'm assuming it made it, so I'm going to dig it up. It shouldn't be too rooted in there. It shouldn't be. I wouldn't think, because I haven't really, like it didn't do too much growing over this season here. So what I'll do is I'll dig it up, try to put it in a pot it, and I'll bring it inside, and I'm gonna I'll add it into this video. Let's see. We'll wait a couple days here. We'll get it in real warm and put some sunlight on it and see if it grows. Make a mark, or maybe I'll just cut it all off. Maybe I'll snip it right there, and then we'll be able to see right away if it grows, to see if it forces growth. And let's see if it survived. And if it did, I'm going to give it a second chance. I'm going to label this one as my super cold hardy washi, and I'll keep it separate of all the rest, and then I'll push it. I'll get it bigger. I'll grow it up into a 5, 6, 7, or 8 gallon pot, whatever. Grow it up into a good size, and then I'll put it in the ground, and I'll let it experience more cold, and I'll test with it and see how cold hardy it is. Maybe it's significantly more cold hardy than some of the other ones. I know there's different genes, so I'm guessing this one is a little more cold hardy than some of the rest. Check this out too. Just noticed some of my I don't know what they are, bulbs coming up already for the spring. It's not uncommon though, but I don't know why it'd be coming up. It's not even Christmas yet, but anyways, there's one coming up, getting ready for next year's growth already. Hang on there, buddy. You might not be quite ready, but regardless, anyways, there's lots of bulbs in here. I've planted tulips and things. I don't know what one that is. It could be a crocus. But let's dig this up and see what happens. All right, stay tuned. Well, there it is. I got it out. I broke a couple of roots, especially this long taproot. Sorry, especially this long taproot. I definitely broke it. So there it is, though. I don't know. The root damage might be worse than the cold, because I tugged on the spear again. I think the spear is fine. I'm going to try planting, and we'll see what happens. with the root damage, it might that might have killed it. So, anyways, I couldn't have dug the hole. Those roots went down way further than you would think. So, anyways, that's how it's looking. Let's. So when you're looking at it right now, I just potted it and I cut it. It looks really green in there. The tissue looks really green, really nice. So I definitely think it's alive. I think it was alive. It's hard to focus on it. I think it definitely was alive. So the question begs to be if I killed it by digging it up. I should have taken more time. But so I definitely snapped the taproot, so we'll see if it can recover from that in tandem with being super cold. Like maybe the coldness doesn't look like it hurt it. I tried pouring a bit of hydrogen peroxide on the cut and it didn't foam. So it definitely looks like it was 100% alive, and it would have kept pushing any time if you could have brought it right inside. But of course, it was rooted into the ground. So let's see. Hopefully it comes back. I just watered it. We're going to put it in a warm spot and give it a bit of light and see if it starts pushing. If it doesn't push right away, I won't give it too much time. I'm not going to. Sometimes when you break their roots, they'll sulk for a long period of time. I probably won't wait for that because I just don't care. But anyways, let's see what happens. Okay, guys. So here's about a week or 2 weeks later. I don't know when, but two weeks later, I'm going to say. So yeah, it's the 30. There's the sun, beautiful. So it's the 31st today. So it's the last day, 31st of 2021. So it's the last day of the year. So happy New Year's, everyone. I figured I'd shoot it right now. Might as well. I could have shot this a little while ago. So the palm did make it. So that's great news. I dug it up and I thought it wasn't going to keep growing, and it actually started pushing pretty quickly. Got it indoors. So that's where I cut it. It grew all that, but of course it had a lot of dead tissue. It had, I don't know, maybe 2 inches of dead tissue in there that looked fine when it was coming, but like it pushed it out and then it just dried it up, and it kept drying it up. So that's why I was a little like, I don't know why. But I guess I figured it, so it still kind of damaged the tissue, but it looked super green, but it was damaged, but it grew up. And then now this is the second one behind it here from where I cut it. So there's another frond, and now it's got some green on it. It's pushing up. So this is my super cold hardy Washingtonia robusta, because I mean, look at my thumb. Super tiny. So I'm going to grow this thing up till it's bigger, and then I'm going to put it in the ground when it gets to like 7-gallon size or 5-gallon size. I'll put it in the ground, and then I'll start doing some tests with it and let it go for long periods of time and see if we can kill it, because the way I look at it, it was destined to die anyway. So I'm going to give it a little bit of love now for maybe a year or so, and then we'll see. There's a cat too. Anyways, yeah, we did have some snow. Most of it's melted, of course, now. I'm not really feeling like doing a yard walk around, but some more of the shadier spots here, sunnier spots get it melted away much quicker. It kind of sits on the grass for a little bit, but you can see it's plus today, but it's, I don't know, plus 3 or something like that. It's sunny. It actually felt pretty nice today. I think it was plus 4. It's sundown right now. It's 4:10, so sunset starting to go down around here, and then by 4:30ish, by 5 o'clock, it's pretty much dark. So, but the days are starting to get longer now, so it's looking up, and we're moving into 2021. So here's the palm boxes. So excited to see what the spring will hold, and hopefully we'll be able to get back to Florida soon here. I think in the spring we're going to be going. I was planning on going in the winter. Wife doesn't want to do it with the cases and things, so we'll wait. I'm willing to wait for one winter. I don't want to, but it's not a big deal. I won't turn into a pumpkin. So beautiful sky this evening, or this afternoon, should I say. The birds up on the tree here, tweeting, making their little noise. Usually around this time, we usually get a ton of Canadian geese flying overhead. They used to fly south, but they don't anymore. They just stay here. They go, I got a river right over there, and they usually just go and play in the river. I can hear some of them now, starting to make their noise. They're always honk, honk, honk. So yeah, we got a little bit of snow. Again, this was at Christmas, or a little bit at Christmas, then it melted, then we got a little more. So we've had 2 little light snowfalls. One time was about 1 inch, and one time was about 4 inches. But it doesn't really, never typically stays here. It always just comes like this. and it could stay for a week, it could stay for a couple days, but it never locks in through the whole winter. The ground never freezes solid and then it stays for the whole winter. Some areas definitely do. I have a friend who doesn't live far, and he basically keeps snow on his ground the entire winter. Never here though. Not for the whole winter. Like, I didn't shovel any of this or anything. I've done nothing, and it just all melts away. So that's nice, at least for wanting to walk around and stuff. It's so you don't get your feet wet. But anyways, I just thought I'd say Happy New Year's, guys. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Let's see more videos in the new year. Hopefully there'll be a lot more stuff, a little bit more Florida palms, some stuff going on there, and definitely more cold hardiness and making making palms make it through the winter. So we'll check on this maybe soon. I'm gonna get some warm weather coming up, I believe. So we'll get this open here. This is my seed grown. Get it open and take a peek. Maybe we'll see if I can open them all. I might just take a bit of time for you guys. If everybody wants to see it, let me know. If it's not a big deal and you guys can wait a little while, then who cares? I shovel all my snow. I always do this just to let you guys know. So see, what you do is you push all the snow, if you get any, push it all against there. Yeah, actually, so I didn't shovel this the second time, but I shoveled this the first time. So push it all against whatever you can. When you get, the time we got 4 inches on Christmas Eve, 4 or 5 inches, I shoveled it all, push it all against there. And then kind of nice, because as it melts in the spring and stuff, it'll give them some moisture in the ground, which doesn't hurt. And it just insulates the ground around it, the roots around it. And it also acts as a way to stop the box from tipping over in the wind. So it kind of clinches it into the ground, you know what I mean, and freezes a little bit. With ice and water, and like, because it melts and then turns to ice a little bit if it gets cold at night and stuff, so it kind of helps lock it into the ground. So it's another quick little trick. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and this little guy made it, so that's what this video is about. So Happy New Year's again, and I'll keep you guys updated on this little one too. Why not? Later.